It's new season time in World of Tanks, and that means a new season pass and new stuff to complain about. Let's start with the season pass stuff. This season is called Soldiers of Fortune and gives you the typical silver, gold, premium time, boosters, consumables, vouchers, and new war chests instead of keycards in the free pass, along with an Emil 1951 at stage 100. In the paid pass, you get more of the good stuff, as well as a Skoda T40, an M41D, and the new Era 2 medium tank, the Bandit. Here are its stats: 65% silver bonus, 2600 hit points, 22.37 power to weight ratio with a 70.6 forward top speed, 6 degrees of gun depression, 550 alpha, 408 standard pen, 420 premium pen, which is oddly close to each other for the premium being heat. No clue how good those are in Era 2, as I am not a Cold War player. 9.8 second reload, 0.35 accuracy, 495 view range. That is your Bandit. In the Ultimate Pass, you get the new Tier 10 Ruthless, as well as a 3D commander that we've gotten before, the Phantom of Fallon. The Ruthless is a new mercenary tank, the first Tier 10 tank destroyer. It's a combination of a TNH 105-1000's hull with some side skirts added, a T110E4's turret, as well as a Death Star's 183mm gun. The stats are different, however. It has 2,000 hit points, goes 38 kilometers an hour, but with an 11.79 power to weight ratio, which is worse than the E4. It's only got 6 degrees of gun depression, thank God, but it's got that 310 standard pen with 230 Hesh pen for its 1150 and 1450 alphas. It's got worse accuracy than the Shipbarn and the Death Star at 0.4 and 33 seconds reload compared to the others. I'm pretty sure that's 5 seconds longer. 380 meters view range as well. It's stat-wise supposedly worse than them, but it's an E4's turret. And as you can see with the armor model, it is not a nerfed E4's turret. You have that strong cupola. You have that strong face. Yes, you have a Tier 8's hull, but it's an E4's turret. I cannot stress that enough. An E4's turret with a 183mm gun. Because that's what we asked for, right? Another 183mm gun in the game. Regardless of the 0.4 accuracy and the 3.1 second aim time, this thing will hit because of 6.0. And it's going to be pretty ridiculous. Hell, I even think this won't replace the 4005 because the 4005 is just ridiculous with its maneuverability, its snapshot capabilities, and all that jazz. But I kind of think this thing will replace the Death Star. Sure, the Death Star might have DPM over it, but the Death Star is supposed to be the more armored of the two, the 4005 and the Death Star. But here comes an E4 turret with the Death Star's gun. So I think this might replace the Death Star. But either way, it's definitely going in the S tier of Tier 10s purely for the fact that it's widely available right now. You can get it just by buying the old pass, which is only 6,000 gold. And it's another 183mm gun in the game. That's the season pass. And yippee, another Tier 10 premium. That pattern has continued for how many months now? How many seasons? Too many, in my opinion. But that's not it. As with the new season, we have a customizable garage. We already have 2 garage settings you can choose from, the static outside camera garage or the classic indoors garage. Now you can customize your own indoors garage for a third option. The article says that the customizable garage will be an empty canvas for players to create a unique space with the use of gear that can be placed around the garage. All players will be switched to the customizable garage by default when this feature goes live. So if you do not want it, or you do not want to spend time customizing your own garage and would like to just go back to the old garage, that is still available. You just have to switch your garage option, which can be done in the settings menu. All players will start off with a selection of free gear. Guess what that means? There will be gear that is not free. You can showcase any tank that you want. You'll get 1 ammo can, 1 stacked boxes, 1 pallet with tank wheels, 2 rusted barrels, and 3 metal barricades. there is a new guide to garage customization on their game guides page. Moving on from the new innovation on monetization, we have Cold War medals Wave 3. The first medal is actually a pretty cool one, called United Hearts. The medal requirement is that each platoon member must play a battle in a vehicle of a different faction from each other and survive, and all platoon members will receive the award. That's pretty cool. Good idea. The next medal is one of those lifetime medals for destroying enemy vehicles that are affiliated with the Western Alliance faction for 4 grades, with the Eastern Alliance faction for 4 grades, and with the Independent Alliance faction for 4 grades as well. The next actual medal that people will care about is the Underdog medal. The requirement for that is destroying a heavy enemy vehicle with a light vehicle by ramming into it. This medal will be available in both Cold War and World War II. And the last new medal is called Long Ranged Blast. As you can tell, this will be a missile medal. The requirement is to destroy an enemy vehicle with a missile that is at least 600 meters away from you. That is utilizing True Vision and its infinite render distance. So have fun with that one, missile players. In addition, 16 existing medals have also been updated to be earnable in both Cold War and World War II. Those being the Delangle's medal, the Tarkzay's medal, Bruno's medal, Belot's, Kalabanov's, Rosini Heroes, Crucial Contribution, Brother in Arms, Popples, Fighter, Duelist, Bombardier, Reaper, Master Gunner, Sharpshooter, and Patton Valley, as well as Bruiser, Cool-Headed, and Spartan. Keycards have been removed from the game, and back are the old war chests. Your private war chests will be what your confidential keycards were, and your sergeant war chests will be what your classifieds were. Your general war chests are now your new top secret keycards. In addition, there will also be a new free daily war chest in the store tab. For returning maps, we have Fjords, which will be available in all tiers and eras. It is a 1000 by 1000 map, and even though it doesn't say it, I'm pretty sure this is a summer variant. The map itself does look to be a bit different, but I cannot tell what exactly the changes were. The north looks to be the same, but the south looks to have some changes as well as the coastlines. The other returning map is actually a resized map. Halfaya Pass, is making its way back into World War II as an 1100 by 1100 map size, which I'm pretty sure is the first of its kind. We have 1000s by 1000s and 1200 by 1200s, but not 1100 by 1100. And you would think, oh, this is just Scorpion Pass returning. But it's not. They chose the other corner to zoom in on, which really makes a weird top left corner. I'm not sure why they chose this area to zoom in on, but that's what we're getting. So, there you go. Other notable improvements are that Abbey is being returned to Tier 10 while Mines is being removed. There are other additional improvements and issues addressed for General and Maps, and those are listed here, as well as in the articles in the description, if you care to read up on those. That does it for everything that comes out on Tuesday, but as you can see in the trailer, there are 2 new Halloween mode tanks. You have the Pharaoh's Fury, an Escalation-era independent medium tank, which looks to have a flamethrower in the Awakened mode, as well as the Roswell XM66F, a Tier 8 American tank destroyer. Finally, another Tier 8 that's not just part of a new tank line release. This tank's ability in the Awakened mode seems to be able to lift tanks off of the ground via alien abduction. There is also a new Steven 3D Commander of an alien with big bug eyes, and the Curse of Ozymandias Mummy 3D Commander. These do admittedly look pretty cool. The Awakened mode itself is also getting a new map, a stylized version of a highway called Hell's Highway. So no longer do you only have to play on Himmelsdorf and Prokhorovka. One last thing to note is that this season might be the season of mercenary tanks. As you can see on the splash art screen, for Soldiers of Fortune, you have a tank on the left that has a Eradicator's turret and a different hull and gun, as well as whatever tank that is on the right is made up of whatever it is, looking seemingly like a Cold War vehicle. So expect more mercenary tanks this season. That about wraps it up for what we know is coming this season and on launch. And maybe next season we won't get a Tier 10 in the Season Pass. Thanks for watching and good luck out there, tankers. We're gonna need it. This game's getting more and more ridiculous as time goes on. But here we are, still stuck in it. So, You guys have a good one, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.